Hello and welcome to Dharma with Kai. I'm your host, Kylie, and I know you're going to get excited when I tell you that there is no disclaimer to the episode that you're listening to today. Most people have the inability to self manage, and that is not good if you don't know how to stay within the present moment or you have to pull another into your problems. And social media has heightened this, and I'm glad that I'm not in charge of the technical industry because although we never want to admit it, as professionals, where I can say honestly, we knew that predators staked out online anyhow. And we also knew of video chats and people going to meet with strangers or unknown individuals. And there has been an increase of the root causes of mishaps, suicides, and depression, and the feeling of never actually obtaining the idealization or picture perfect image. I would say that hiding behind screens, fixating on meeting others and feeling like they see you. Also, going around and trying to sightsee or people watch also contributes to some not feeling that they have fulfilled the complete role within their own life. And no one needs to have anyone in their proximity if they feel like that contributes to microaggression and needing someone to do everything the exact same. I'm okay with being fake, and that stands for fearless, affluent, kind, and not a keeper and eternal. I'm going to share this because I think that with a lot of relationships today, people just assumed that they would end up like the next um, participant on Bravo or E or any new channel that is out. So give me just a moment. And I have this picture of Kim Kardashian's engagement, and I'm stemming this because I'm actually going to refer to something else. And I also would like to tell you that I am not in pursuit of anything that resembles this relationship that you're seeing on your screen. I've had to do a lot of self searching. And with that being said, a majestic moment only lasts for a moment. And justly, it's not even that. And necessarily, when you can't understand someone's life entirely and you have to create assumptions about something, it's just not a common respect given. And respect is something that you have to earn over time. It's not something that you can just take at just the ultimate privilege that you think someone ought to give you. You can't just insert yourself into someone's life at any given time. Life has a defined divine order, and it is never beneficial to control the ultimate destination to someone's life, no matter their own timeline. It's not a journey if the past or history is not acknowledged or is looked at or dismantled through using hate to truly have any form of empathy. You have to accept that everyone is different. If you're unable to look past the good, bad, or the ugly within yourself, then it is not your decision to control the narrative or final destination of their natural autonomy as a human being. The nature and the studies indicate you let someone grow. And if you can't do that, let them go. I was listening to a podcast and it says that some people just want to get you sucked in or stuck, and it is worse than being an actual dealer or preserving yourself for what is truly important in life. It is not a problem if someone values things differently. So we all only have 86,400 seconds in the day, and we gravitate towards, thinking about death, grief, all of those things, or something that you've never gotten to do. However, now you have to live like you're living. You only have one life to live. So dwelling on things or projecting that something terrible is going to happen is not a way of embracing the opportunity that everyone gets to wake up to each day. Don't ever assume individuals thrive off the past relationships. Keenly, it is possible to support them as opposed to the awkwardness of looking through old photos or watching movie scenes to represent the current life or resent the current life that you have currently. Most narcissistic and toxic relationships prefer this, and it is not truly a way to support moving forward. You have to be able to get to a place where you can look at things like old pictures and know that whatever has transpired is for what is the best, or you're ending your own blessing. So I laugh and I look at how this girl, I don't remember her name, was looking at Q in the Love and Basketball. And adults do this, and then it poses as, dysfunctional if children always have to go through the feeling of amounting up to someone else's picture or experience, because a picture is no longer worth 1,000 words. I don't discuss family because it is legally, as a professional, not the most adequate way for me to make the appropriate decisions that I need to. Also, I don't like to discuss relationships. If there was a purpose, if that was the purpose of my YouTube channel of Dharma, I would have stated that. I am healing and recovering from betrayal, delusions, and abuse from narcissistic relationships and societal changes. I would not ever want to provide a way of living or a way of communicating any kind of message if it contradicts the process of why there is a law. Not everyone needs a fine print. However, if you do, you probably have not done your work on healing. And sometimes you have to do that work alone, or you have only waited to exploit someone instead of expunging their way into a true emancipation of living. I am sharing this information because amidst the chaos that has been going on the past couple of years, I am so excited that I have gained a sister. And no, women, it is not to tack on to the toxic experiences that you all have attempted to foster. There have been lives taken for granted, and selfishness consumes too much negativity. I am so happy for them, referring to my brother and his bride to be. And I'm good with being fake. And again, that's my new acronym because people will say that all the time when they see you moving on and embracing life as best as you possibly can. And that's fearless, affluent, kind, not a keeper, and eternal. And that is essential with healing, and healing in a high vibrational frequency instead of just sitting down and letting your whole world just tense up and get as hardened as a rock. I am so excited that hopefully I get to share their pictures and video with you all in the upcoming year, which will be several months from now. I don't like to do anything without anyone's permission first, because this opportunity and embracing this moment allows us to start to gear up for a new way of living and to start breaking those generational burdens And eventually, when someone is just bogged down, it ends up to a curse. It is imperative that you understand that everyone has an end date, not a game in life. So it can't get controlled from others. If that ever was the intent, never forgive or forget how someone has done the absolute worst to make you unhappy. In my winter wellness, I have had the opportunity to really look closely at all the things that are apparently a distraction, could possibly help improve the life of others, myself, or the environment, and things that I would not change at all. It is not a time for reliving the past. And throughout my podcast, you're going to listen to episodes that make you reflect. And at times, your emotional perspective is going to shift. And that's the process of healing. So keep the faith and don't ever defend yourself for going against your decisions. You should always feel like giving yourself the utmost congratulations for overcoming anything in your life. And that's not going to always happen in the form of any stage or any accolades or shout out. However, that is how you should feel without any of that, especially when you can wake up, go about your day, and not look at your phone, not go to anyone's profile or anything. Now, it's not always peaches and cream. However, that is the process to healing. And I did an earlier podcast about a historical thing that no one likes to talk about. It's just, even within my family, society, people that know me, I've always had to kind of wear multiple hats. And I tried to always explain I have to switch modalities. So I'm not able to always get confined with speaking a certain way. That's why I don't like to give off a false impression, because I can't communicate or share with you anything if that's not my experience. However, this has allowed me to get back to my true self and essence of who I am meant to live as. And it's challenging because narcissistic relationships are loud. So I'm not able to always feed into that. However, it is my holiday break. So I'm about to take off my serious hat and enjoy my family, enjoy my child, enjoy preparing for my niece and nephew, and also enjoy my sweet little cuddle buddy. And protect your peace as always. And until next time, adios.